Okay, so we're diving deep today into a really key moment in the 2025 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. We're talking about the Rwanda-Nigeria match. I'm sure our listeners are eager to really understand what went down in this game. So let's get right into it. We've got the match report right here. And we'll basically want to figure out what were the big takeaways behind Nigeria's win, right?
Yeah, definitely. This report gives us like a play-by-play of how the match unfolded, and we'll break down exactly how Nigeria secured that 2-0 victory.
Right. 2-0 looks pretty straightforward when you just see the scoreline, but I'm really curious to see what the report tells us about how it all went down. One thing that pops out immediately is Victor Osimhen scoring both goals. Looks like he was pretty crucial to the win.
Oh, absolutely. The report really emphasizes Osimhen's impact. He was the one who ultimately made the difference for Nigeria.
2 goals, huh? Let's break them down. So the first one comes pretty early, just 11 minutes in off an Ademola Lookman free kick. What does the report say about that moment?
Well, what's really interesting is how it describes the interplay between Lookman's delivery and Osimhen's anticipation. Osimhen was positioned like perfectly, just behind the defensive line, almost as if he knew exactly where the ball would end up after Lookman's free kick. The report actually uses the phrase spatial awareness.
So it's not just about being in the box, but knowing exactly where to be in that box. Clever. What about that second goal? Right before halftime.
That one really shows another side to their attack. Lookman, again, plays a key role with a sharp header right into a dangerous area. And then the report points out how Osimhen just instantly reacts. There was this slight hesitation from the Rwandan defense, and Osimhen just pounced on it, like a true predator.
2 goals. Different scenarios, but with Osimhen there to finish them both, sounds like his performance in front of goal was like the biggest factor.
It was huge. The report uses terms like clinical and poise when talking about him. He was definitely the sharp end of the stick when it came to Nigeria's attack.
It wasn't just about the goals themselves, though, was it? The report also highlights Ademola Lookman, who had both assists.
Exactly. And Lookman's impact went beyond just setting up those goals. The report talks about his runs, how he was constantly threatening to break through the Rwandan defense and creating opportunities. He was like a constant source of creativity for Nigeria.
Yeah. And that first assist, the free kick that led to the first goal, what was it about that delivery that made it so effective?
Well, the report specifically mentions the accuracy and trajectory of Lookman's free kick. It was fast enough to beat the first defender, but also high enough for Osimhen to get on the end of it. It wasn't just a hopeful ball into the box. It was a well-placed, well-thought-out delivery.
It sounds like there's a real connection between those two players. Like their combined effort was what really secured that win.
Right, and that's a crucial point. The report even explicitly talks about this growing understanding between Osimhen and Lookman. Their ability to work together caused a lot of problems for Rwanda throughout the match, and this partnership could be a game-changer for Nigeria as they continue their World Cup qualifying campaign.
Okay, so let's distill it down. If we had to sum up the key takeaways from our deep dive into this match report, what would they be?
Well, it's clear that Osimhen's finishing was clinical. Those 2 goals speak for themselves. And then you've got Lookman's creative playmaking, his vision, his ability to unlock defenses with precise passes like that free kick. Those were the real difference makers in Nigeria's 2-0 win. Their synergy, their ability to work together so effectively, was the real catalyst for Nigeria's success.
It's really interesting to see how these partnerships between players can have such a huge impact, especially in a high-pressure game like a World Cup qualifier. I mean, think about it. How many times have we seen dynamic duos completely change the game in crucial moments? Makes you wonder, what are some other iconic pairings in the world of sports that really embody this idea of 2 players elevating each other and their team? It's a thing to think about. Anyway, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.